Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me for this prayerful pause today. A few minutes to think of something greater than ourselves. I woke up this morning thinking about food programs. The ones that I can't use their names, the ones that use the SpiritPoint System, and others where you have to amass a certain number or stay below a certain number of calories or of fats or those food plans that are geographically based. Which am I winking with? Whether it's a part of the world between Gibraltar and Turkey, or it's a part of the United States that's a southern city not far from Cuba. I know you all know what I'm talking about, but I was thinking about the whole idea of having some sort of point system for food, good and bad. And then I thought to myself, wouldn't it be great if we could have a point system for spirituality, good and bad? I'm not sure what that would look like. I'm sort of spinning this out with you as I go along, but let's say prayer every day might be worth 10 points or something. And being together with other believers. Notice I didn't say going to church, because I think, well, that's another story, but I think church is whenever two or more are gathered. And that you recognize the bond between you is the spiritual one of the cosmic Christ. So wherever two or more are gathered. So some connecting piece that might be worth, I don't know, I think that's more important than prayer, but you might not. All right, I'll err on your side. Let's say that's worth 8 points. And maybe doing some reading of a spiritual nature. Maybe you'd get, it could be like activity points, and you could get, 5 points per 5 minutes, a point a minute for everything you read. Or watching some spiritually based video, even though it may not bill itself that way or advertise itself that way, market itself. Maybe it's really spiritual for you. For some people, Harry Potter. For me, the Star Wars series and Yoda, but I think watching some, you ought to get, would that be the same as reading a point a minute? If that's the case, boy, you could mount up a lot with a 120-minute movie, right? A 2-hour movie. So maybe not. Maybe that should only be, maybe that should be a point a minute and the other, or half a point a minute or something. I don't know. But you see what I'm getting at? How would you put together your point system? And what would be the minimum that you'd need in order to thrive spiritually? What would be the negative ones? I don't want to get into that. I know some of you are saying, oh, what would be a negative spirituality? I'm leaving that up to you. I'm not going to define that for you. I don't want to give it the time or energy to name it here. But we all know there are negative spiritual activities that are life-denying as opposed to life-affirming. And that's the definition for me. What we find in Deuteronomy, this day I set before you life and death, choose life. I think that anything is a positive spiritual practice if it involves your spirit and it is life affirming or life enriching. And I don't know, I think that's kind of a cool way to look at my spiritual life. What are the things I need? I know before I've talked about having a buffet or a smorgasbord, and we all need to have, in my opinion, for a long-term spirituality, we need to have 4 elements. We need to have some place where we are in community, some sort of worship that involves community. There needs to be some sort of activity where you are giving to others and involved with others. Service is what I think of. There has to be something that is educational for you. What's the 4th one? Worship, education, spirit. Oh, and your own prayer life. Something, that is intentionally connecting you. And I still think that's kind of a broad structure. But within that, develop your point system. What's most important to you? And then, I mean, just try this for a week. I'm thinking about it for a week. What do I do every day to count my points, my spirit points? And what might that look like? I think we're onto something. I think we could market this, don't you? Then we could have groups spring up around the country. And how would you weigh in? How would you connect? Oh, I don't know. Well, we're just at the beginning brainstorming, but I'm teasing. You get the idea. I hope as you go through your day today, you're thinking about how would I rate this, and what am I missing in my overall spirituality as I approach this day, this evening, and tomorrow. Thanks for joining me for this prayerful pause with the pastor, a few minutes to think of something outside ourselves. And I'm Pastor Deb Swift of South Presbyterian Church, where we are always asking these crazy questions and trying to explore our spirituality. We take our spirituality, we're serious about it, but we don't take it too seriously. Or as my mentor, the Dr. Han Van Blink used to say, hold fast to the reins, but ride loose in the saddle. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great day, and until next time, God bless. Take care. Bye for now.